Guys, welcome back to Defi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty. Where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. Defi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty. So this is a 100% not financial advice, but financial advice video. So this is for all of you guys that have been in my comments, done these polls and asked for informations regarding drip and strategy and speculation, low risk, high reward. Here's the capital that you guys have. So this is my attempt to tell you that this is literally the best time to get into drip. Now, that's only if you looked at the other videos I said where don't get into Forex projects unless you understand the delays and all this other stuff and you're doing your research, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to assume if you made it this far in my community and watching my videos that you've checked that box and you are looking to participate in what could be a extremely profitable financial stability future for yourself. So that being said, what is the play and what should you do? So again, this is only for those that believe in drip and that it will indeed reverse, and you have been sitting on the sidelines and you've seen this chart or whatever the case may be, or you are with a small bag and looking to get a bigger bag, whatever. I'm not really quite sure where you're sitting at, but if you've been watching drip for this long or you're in and you haven't really gotten a bigger bag since then, I'm going to explain in this video why this is the best absolute time to do so. I had this on year to date. I don't know why it switched over because I had the chart up. So drip has done this multiple times before. So we hit back here the $2 to $3 range. It broke down. We had the $6 range. It broke down to, and then now we are currently testing the 9 to 10. Now, again, if you're bullish on drip, you've done your research, then there's no reason why this time would not be different, meaning, or this would be the same, meaning we'll bounce back up. Why would this be the same, and why would we bounce higher potentially? Not back up here. It's not going to happen immediately. It's going to take some time to come out of this, just like this took time and traded sideways. But when these reversals happen back here, here's a couple things that we did not have, right? So this is where you can speculate why this is the best time to get in. So back during here and here, we didn't have as many players in the ecosystem. So right now we have about 100,000 players, and the bulk of them came here. So back here we were sitting at like 20,000, then we got to about 50 or 30 to 40, and then we doubled. So players have doubled to tripled depending on which bottom we were at before. So if we were able to get out of that then, why would we not be able to do it now with more people in the faucet? That's just one thing. Next, we didn't have the animal farm. Animal farm, manor farm came here. Now we have it. Yes, it's been paused, but it's coming unpaused. So that is another catalyst for this. Just like this was a catalyst to take it up here because of the manor farm launch and people heard about it, right? So again, why would we not reverse here if we did it once already? Okay. Next, we didn't have the additional team members that Forex has hired. Remember, now he has another dedicated dev who does quality control. BB is back in full force on the team. He had to step away. He also hired a literal project manager. He's hired or associated with someone doing the pig game. The scratch off came from another team as well that pitched the idea. And we have heard that he's hiring or looking to hire a CMO. If you don't know what a CMO is, that's a chief management officer, marketing officer, sorry. So again, we were able to do, I wasn't in here, the team, the community was able to do all of this with none of those resources. Why then would this not bounce up with these resources? Again, just, common sense, speculation, whatever you want to call it. What happened to my chart? Next, what did we not have, or where were we at before? I want to get the chart back up. I really hate nomics, but it's the only one that goes as far back as I need to. I use deck screen or more. Next, we didn't have as many YouTubers. So most of the YouTubers joined around here. Back here we had the faithful few. So we have at least doubled, maybe tripled our YouTube account, actually, our YouTubers, promoters. I actually looked at the numbers. There was like 60 that I found. And then doing the numbers back here, I was going to pull that chart up, but actually I misplaced it. It was like 10 to 20. And you had mainly your big YouTubers that promoted the platform. Stunner Breezy, Ray, Crypto Talk, Thomas G, Jamie Passive Income, Crypto Mischief, all those. But we have a lot more eyes on Drip. I've shown you the vidIQ chart that shows you the analytics, and people are still searching for it. So again, why would that not give us a reason to rebound? And lastly, we didn't have the reservoir support that we have now. So the reservoir has always been there, but we didn't have nearly this much BNB locked in here. This literally has jumped up a couple thousand in the past couple months. So the reservoir support helps to support the price of Drip on the native DEX, but it just also shows the community and how they're using the entire ecosystem. So all that being said, what is the best play? What should you be doing right now? So again, if you can look at all the information I shared and look at the chart and see that we made this rebound before without all of these catalysts that I just pointed out, then there's no reason why you too would not think that Drip will be bullish and jump back up. But let's just speculate here. What should you be doing, right? So that's why I pulled up DEX Screener, because it was easy for me to do the chart here. So I ran some numbers just to look at how much Drip has been dropping over the last 2 months. So that's what these little boxes are. I'm not going to zoom in and show it there because it's too confusing, so I put it already on a spreadsheet, rounded, and it's theoreticals. So, so it's over 2 months. That'll be till July 1st, basically. So we had about a $23 Drip, then with 16, 25, 7, 12, blah, 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 blah. So on average, we're dropping about 25% per week. Right now, we're sitting at the $9 to $10 range. I'm theorizing that we can go to 7 based off of this trend, right? So the reason I put this out is because I believe the farm will be unpaused by then. So by the 30th. Originally I said 16th. Based on his latest message, I'm going to say the 30th. If this goes further, then this speculation strategy doesn't work. I have no idea what the floor of Drip will be, but I do believe 100% once the farms are unpaused, wherever we are at, we will at least double to a new floor. So let's just say they come unpaused here. If you get in at this price, you will immediately 2x your Drip, because I'm 100% certain it'll jump back up to 10 because of the ability to start utilizing the farm and all of its taxes and moving money around, and the vault and all that will actually be there. And there was like 300 million in total value locked when this farm was available. So all those transactions benefit not only Pigpen and Pigpen holders, but I believe Forex mentioned specifically Drip. He'll use some taxes for the Drip USD to go back to the tax vault. So that means that we can start seeing this Drip supply come down. So that's what this shows us in the Drip reservoir sit rep. So because we have 204,000 Drip circulate or available, that's what's keeping this price so low. If you were to cut this in half, supply and demand, right? Less supply means higher price. So this price could and would appreciate. So what I'm saying is that in theory, we are nearing the bottom simply because the farm will become unpaused and you have people buying up tokens and keeping the bottom up, so to speak. So we had this kind of where is it? I think I saw it on the chart somewhere. It might be on the native DEX. $1,000 buys in the last hour. So still all these little bitty sells, but you look at the sell volume, it hasn't been that much. 58,000. So we've been seeing that same sell volume for quite some time. So it's not like people are selling extra. It's simply because of the fact that people don't have another place to play in the farm, and we don't have any eyes or promotions to buy up this supply. So the only people currently changing the dynamics is the 100K players that are in this ecosystem as is. So again, if you believe that when we launch and the marketing that Forex said he will do will be done, then that means there will be more eyes on drip and more people getting in, which means that this bottom will not stay here. So what is the play? Long story short, what should you be doing? So again, not financial advice, but I personally believe, like I said, if you believe like me, based off of what I just showed you and all this, that by the end of June, we will see the floor. Or because not only the floor, but because the farm will launch. So what you should be doing is dollar cost averaging into drip or the drip garden. I personally right now recommend the drip garden simply because you can get a more stable drip and then you can benefit from the price appreciation. The garden before was more risky. It's still risky now. That's why he has it. The garden is basically a minor. And you can get up to 3%. But when drip appreciates, you get that benefit as well. So I would highly recommend whatever your capital is. So again, let's go back to this calendar because it's easier to understand. Whatever you have, you're waiting to get in, take it till the end of the month and then divide it up evenly and just get in every day. So there's 20 days till the end of the month roughly. And let's just say you had $200 sitting on the side. Well, then go in $10 a day until the farm's on pause. Now, granted, you could miss an opportunity to get all in right now, but this is the best way to kind of play it forward because there's been no launch date. And since there's no launch date, you can at least dollar cost average your position and get a better position in the garden, especially. So what happened for me, actually, I'm doing the same thing with the garden. So put in 35 yesterday and 35 today, and it actually got me like 700 additional plants from yesterday to today. So tomorrow, if it does the same thing, it could be 700 additional more plants. So the absolute best thing, it's still showing up here. Did I not get that? I was just not connected. The actual best thing I think you can do is dollar cost average into the garden right now because the garden gives you a position against drip. I recommend personally going in the drip faucet first, but because the farms are coming unpaused and the garden is a leverage play against drip, if you're sitting on the sidelines, I think it's a great way to start your drip journey with very little capital. You can start with $5, $10, like $5 will get you literally half an LP right now. I'm sorry, like 1/4 an LP. I think the LP is still like $20 because you got to have drip and BUSD. So yeah, so $20 will get you one drip and one BUSD LP, and that gets you like I don't know how many plants. Ridiculous. So highly recommend it. Can't recommend it because it's not financial advice, but that is what I would do. That is the play. So again, if you believe what I just explained to you and what history has already shown us that we will somehow see the bottom very soon, I actually don't think we'll see these numbers, even though the drawdown is there, because I believe the reservoir support and people on the sidelines are waiting for that price. We saw it before, but typically for this to be considered still a bull run for the token itself, we want to have higher highs and higher lows. So we had a low back here of $6. So we want to end this next cycle above $6 and some change. That would be good because the previous one was 3. This could be 6. This one was 6, and then this next one we would want to be around 9 or 10 or something like that before the reversal happens. So we'll see. But just showing you mapped out where it could go if it continues on the same trend. So you can sit on the sidelines and dollar cost average in and maybe potentially get you some really cheap drip if it does go down there. But you could also, if you're waiting to time it, you could literally miss it because a couple $1,000 from a few whales can pump this thing right back up very easily and you will have missed the bottom. So that's why it's best to dollar cost average in right now. And again, the strategy I'm recommending is look at the end of the month as the absolute latest day. There is no guarantee on that. This is 100% speculation, but I do believe with a project manager, with a CMO coming online, with the devs and all that, that Forex does indeed have his shit together this time. And when he gives a launch date this time, it will actually be a legitimate launch date. He hasn't said anything yet, but I believe he will have it fixed this time. That's my hope. Hope it's not the boy who cried wolf and we get screwed again, because if not, then you can 100% guarantee we'll see some more of these lower prices because people can't take that shit no more. But again, theoretically, speculatively, if things are done correctly, then we will be done by the end of the month, and drip will indeed start to rebound. It's not going to moon. So I've seen some people saying drip's going to moon, drip's going to moon. No, it's not. It's not going to moon. So get that out of your head. What's going to happen is that it will find a new floor. And I believe it'll be a 2 to 3x from wherever it stops. So if we catch the bottom at 7, it'll go to 14 to 21. We catch it at 5, it'll be 10 to 15. We catch it at 10, it'll be 20 to 30. That's it. And then it's going to bounce around in there. And again, the chart shows that. I'm not making this up. It'll bounce around in that range for a while until we get a new catalyst to take us out. That new catalyst could very well be the scratch-offs. I don't know. Could very well be a marketing partner like the pancake swap or whatever. But it will need to be something that gets a lot more eyes on drip. So we are in a bear market globally, about to enter a recession. So we are not going to see this. So get that out of your head. But if you're dollar cost averaging in, you can definitely make some money, because I am 100% sure it will at least 2x from the floor once the farms are unpaused. And then I think it will trade sideways around there, because anyone who got in at that low price will be able to see a 2x appreciation on their token, so you can take profits. So that is a good opportunity. And we could trade sideways for God knows how long, but whenever drip trades sideways, you still make money. That's the beautiful thing about it. And luckily, BNB is kind of finding a floor around the 280 to 310 range, so that keeps us in a positive price action as well. All right, guys, that was it for this one. Long, again, I apologize. Keep them all at 15 minutes. So summarize it up. Get into the garden right now and dollar cost average your position. Not financial advice, of course. All right, until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.